Okay, welcome to the today's class. In the previous session, we have studied about the terminologies used in PERT and CPM and what are the applications and advantages of PERT and CPM technology and when it is started and why it is started. Everything we have studied in the previous session. Okay, now we'll start with the drawing of a network. While drawing of a network, we're supposed to remember or else we need to follow the Fulkerson's rules for drawing the or the numbering the events, because once if we draw the network we're supposed to give the numbers to the that events. So first is a event number should be unique. So once if we draw the any one network, so that number should be unique. So for example, this is one network. If this is the one network, so whatever the numbers you'll give it for the all the nodes, so these circles are the nodes or the events. So for that, whatever the number you will give, so that should be unique. The event number should be unique. And second one is the event number should be numbered in a sequence from left to right. So from the left side we need to start and we need to finish at the right only. So this is the starting event and this is the finishing event. So likewise only we need to give the numbers, and that should be start from left to right. Either you can start from 0 or 1. So the third is the initial event to which has no other incoming. For this one, there is no incoming event, that activities. So it means that this is a starting point. And for this one, so there are no outgoing activities. So this is the finishing event. For the initial event, either we can name it as a 1 or 0. 1 or 0, usually we'll start with the 1. Usually we'll start with the 1. Either you can start from 1 or 0. Next one, the head of an arrow should always bear, the head of an arrow should always bear or assign a number higher than the one assigned to the tail of the arrow. It means that if you consider this arrow mark, this is the head, this is the head. So this head number should be greater than the tail number. So the tail number is 1, so then it should be 2. It should be 2 number. The same way we can give it here 3 also, but if you give the 3 here, then so what about this? So by considering that dummy, so this should be 3, this should be 3, and this should be 4. And it's not compulsory that always the 3 should be there up to 2. So even it may be for this activity 2 and 4, that is fine. 2 and 4, that is fine, because the statement says that the head of an arrow should always be a number higher than the higher than the assigned one. Assigned one in sense 2 is lesser than 4 or the 4 is greater than 2. So like that we're supposed to use the numbers and delete all the arrows emerging from all the numbered events. This will create at least one new start event out of preceding events. Last is the number all new start events 2, 3, 4, and so on until the last activity is reached. So once if you reach the finishing activity, finishing node, so then you can stop it. So these are all the Fulkerson's rules for numbering the events. Okay, now with this introduction, so how to give the numbering, we'll start with the drawing the network. Take down the first problem. uh, Draw a network for the project. Okay, here they are given the some activities. So total 10 activities they are given: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. 10 activities they are given. For each activity, they are given the predecessor activity also. Okay, for A, B, C, D, they are not given any predecessor. It means that the A, B, C, D activities are the starting activities. So they don't need any of the predecessor activity. Simultaneously, we can start this ABCD activity from the day one of the project initiation. After that, if you want to start with the E activity, A and B should be completed. In the previous session, we have studied about what we mean by predecessor activity and the successor activity and the concurrent activity and the dummy activity. This shows that if you want to start with the E activity, then A and B should be finished. So A and B is already started. So then A and B should be finished before starting the E. And for the F, E should be finished. For the G, F should be finished. For the H, D should be finished. And if you want to start with the I, then G and H should be finished. For J, C and I should be finished. So this is the way they given the problem. So by considering all these constraints, we need to draw the network and we need to give the numbering to the events by considering the Fulkerson's rules. Okay, now A, B, C, D don't have the any predecessor activity. A, B, C, D don't have the any predecessor activity. So then, so this I'll take first we'll need to draw the roughly. So this is my starting node, starting node. Next one I'll draw the roughly A, B, C, and D. So first rough figure you can draw it A, B, C, D. And yesterday only, so in the previous session I told that how to draw the network. Okay, now we are drawing the roughly. Okay, A, B, C, D. Once we finish with the activity, then you need to draw the circle. So this is the node, a finishing node for that A, B, C, D activities. After that, okay, now just consider A, B, C, D are finished now. Okay, for E, A and B should be finished. For E, A and B should be finished. But here, A activities are also starting from the one node that we can name it as a 1. So 1 number, and it is finishing at this place at the A and this place at the B. But if you want to start with the E, A and B should be finished. In that case, we can connect this to by the dummy, and next you can start the E. Next you can start the E. So it means that, so what is the starting point of the E activities? This is the starting point of the E activity. At this point, A and B both are finishing. Either you can draw like this, or else there is a one more option is this is the A now. This is A, this is B. So even you can connect from dummy here also, it is also accepted, and next take the E. So anyone, either first or second, so you can take anyone. So this is also okay. The dummy activity should be drawn with the dotted lines. This shows the dummy activity, and the actual activity should be drawn with a straight line. Actual activity should be drawn with a straight line. Okay, now we are finished with this also. And next we'll move on to the F. So if you want to start with the F, then E should be finished. So E is finishing here. So then draw F. Then draw F. Next one, for the G, F should be finished. Okay, for G, F should be finished. So F, after finishing G, F, we can draw the G. Okay. And next one for H, D should be finished. Where is the D? Okay, here is the D. So after D, H should be drawn. After D, H should be drawn. Okay, we'll draw H. We'll draw H. Next one, for I, G and H should be finished. Okay, here is the H, here is the H, and here is the G. After G and H, we can start with the I. So it means that, so better I will go for joining this for temper by the dummy activity, and now I will draw the I. Now I will draw the I. Okay, now I is also finished. Okay, now for J, C and I should be finished. Okay, C is here, I is here. Okay, now I'll connect this by dummy. After this, I need to start with the J. This is the way we need to draw the network. This is the way we need to draw the network, and so if there is any possibility of removing the dummy activities, that also we can remove it here. That also we can remove it. Okay, now we can remove this dummy. We can remove this dummy. So directly joining this node, directly joining this node at this place. Directly joining this node at this place, so we can remove this dummy activity. And at the same time, so this H also, you can remove this one, so by joining these two nodes, this one as well as this one. So we can remove both the dummy activity, but we cannot remove this. We cannot remove this because A and B are starting at the same point as well as the finishing at the same point. So we cannot remove that dummy. So let it be as it is. Okay, now the final one, so we can draw it again clearly because we need to remove the two dummy activities. Okay, now this is A, Nothing changes I am making here. This is B. Just I am joining by dummy here. After completion of A and B, I need to start with the E. No changes I am making. Simply I am making the figure clear to the viewer. The observer should be clearly, it should be visible to the observer clearly. DH, it is D, and H should connect to the G, and the length of the arrow mark is depend on you. So whatever the length of the arrow mark, you can draw it, no problem. But the thing is, that should be a straight line, and this is a G. After G, there is a I. After G, there is a I. It is I, and it is a C, and it is J. This is the way you can draw the network. Okay, you can check it here. So I have removed this dummy, and even I have removed this dummy also. And after once we finish this one, we need to give the numbers from the Fulkerson's rule. So what is the Fulkerson rule says? Event number should be unique. Event should be numbered in a sequence from left to the right. The initial event to which has no other incoming event is numbered as 1. So it means that, so this is 1. After that, this is 2. And this is 3. And next one, okay. Here, so if you remove the dummy activities, it is a well and good while calculating the CPM and PERT. That critical path method while calculating, it is good things to. If you have the less number of dummy activities, then it is a good thing. So that's why it is a better to remove the dummy activity wherever possible. Likewise, we can give, and now you can check the number. And even this, instead of 6, if you are given the 4 also, that's also fine. The thing is, after G, this should be 7 only, because for G activity, you just check it. For the starting node, it is a 5. For the finishing node, it is 7. Okay, 7 is greater than 5. And here 6 and 7, 6 is lesser than 7. So that's also fine. So always the right side number should be higher than, so which is assigned at the starting point. This is the way we need to draw the a network for the first problem. And the okay answer is given here. The same thing what I draw. Okay, this is the answer. And while drawing the network, try to concentrate on one single line first. A middle line you need to concentrate, because so should not draw the line like A, B, C, D, and again so B, like so it should not move either upper side or the bottom side. So always try to draw the network in a straight line. So in the middle only it should be, because if you draw the network clearly, then so while solving the problem, you will get the answers easily, and it can be readable from the any one person.